Greg Hayes introduced me to Charmian in the mid-'80s. I was picnicking up at the park with my husband and children, and I saw this really interesting guy standing there in front of the House of Happy Wall in his park uniform with that great straight brim hat. I was a working journalist, and I walked over to him, gave him my card, and said, "I'd like to do a story on the park. What can you tell me?" So instead of telling me, he took me to the secret door, up the secret stairs, into Charmian's boudoir, and at the top of the stairs he said, "Close your eyes." He took my hand, and he put my hand up on a wall, and he said, "Tell me what you feel." Now, I don't know how many of you have ever run your hands through a chinchilla fur, but if you have, you'll know that you're doing it, but you can't feel it. And I knew I was doing something, but I didn't know, I couldn't feel it. There was no there, to quote Gertrude. I opened my eyes and looked, and there on a hanger was Charmian London's writing jacket, a red suede jacket made of unborn lamb suede. And I knew instantly that whoever this woman was, who frankly I'd never heard of, was somebody I had to know better. Greg opened the drawers of her private underthings and showed me her panties made of silk chartreuse with a satin on the inside against her skin and trimmed with handmade lace from French nuns. He let me go through her closet. I should tell you at this point, but the column I wrote for 13 years, that I was the only columnist in the United States who wrote a column on fibers and textiles. So he let me go through all those clothes, and I was looking at not only the cut and the colors, but the seams and the fabrics and the shoes and the coats that matched. And I found this one coat that was an intense emerald green velvet lined with hot pink satin. And instead of a seam between the two colors, there was a row of handmade petite roses, a vine of roses in little leaves that went all the way around that seam, and then on the custom-made shoes that matched the coat, they went around the instep. This was a woman of passion. This was a woman who loved tactile things, who was a sensuous woman, and I needed to know more. So I started researching Charmian and trying to find out who